This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you're audible.
okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming for today's webinar. I welcome you all to today's program. I am Sangeeta Bhattacharya, the head of the Department of CSE Department GNIT. And it is our pleasure that today we are going to have a very renowned personality for doing this webinar with you. I think all of you have been using different kind of Android apps over the last few years. So today we are going to see how you can develop that app. And the person who will be showing you that will be Pallavi Shaha from Ardent Computer Private Limited. She completed her MCA from VIT Meshra and started her career as a technical trainer and developer of mobile apps. So her working domain mainly includes C, Java, Dart, React, etc. programming languages and frameworks like Android, Flutter, React Native. She has been a part of different organizations in the last 6 years, and with a tenure with Ardent Computed, she is acting as a resource creator and having developing several projects on the Android platform. So today our webinar on Android app development is going to be very much exciting for you people because you have been using different kind of apps. And if you have any questions, you can ask ma'am and make it little interactive, okay? So that you can also get your doubts clear and ma'am can also answer your questions. So let it be a two-way communication. Okay, ma'am. The stage is yours. You can start it, ma'am. Follow me, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning, everyone. First of all, myself, Pallavi Shah, as said by head of the Department of GNIT. I'm going to have an interactive session with you on the topic of Android application development. I find, as per my knowledge, you people are just are in class 12 and will be just passing out the HS in this current year. So first of all, I just want to know from you people, which app do you like the most in case of Android? Give some of the names of the apps that you like the most. Hello, am I audible? I hope. Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So my first questions for you guys, which app do you like the most? Every one of you uses Android devices, so which Android app do you like the most? PUBG,
YouTube.
YouTube, okay. So from Rohan, it is YouTube, okay. Others,
Social media applications.
social media applications, fine. Okay, any more? Any more social media apps? YouTube, I got two of the apps name or two of the apps. Any more? Okay, let's yeah. Yes, someone is there. Yeah, someone was about to say something.
Google.
Google. Okay. Okay. So, okay, fine. Now, see, social media apps, Google, then YouTube, whatever you mention, each and everything are available in web form. But still, we have a separate application in form of application that we find in our Android devices. So let's start with the Android devices things, and the most important thing is what is an Android application and how the process of the development of an Android application takes place. That is what I have planned to cover with you guys with with a small example, an interactive example, as well as I'll be discussing with you the forums that we, the developer, uses for learning this framework, as well as for developing an application, and finally to get it, to upload it in an Play Store. So what's the process? All this thing I'll be covering with you guys. And if you have any query, you can put your queries either in the chat box or over the microphone. So chat box is open to all. You can either post your query in the chat box or over your microphone. But in the meantime, I just want to say, if you if you face any issues or something like that, you can rejoin the sessions, and you can unmute your mic. But if you don't want to say something or if you don't have any query or something, don't unmute your mic unnecessarily. Otherwise, I will be not be audible to you people. So I request everyone to maintain in a mute state. But whenever you have a query, you can unmute yourself or you can post your questions in the chat box. I hope I'm clear to all. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So fine. So as today's topic is on Android application development. So Android application development, in this thing, what I'm going to cover for the first, so what are the topics that I'm going to discuss, I've just jotted down in this slide format. So as you can find it out, first of all, I'm going to discuss with you people what is Android, how the basis of Android came, so that is basically the introduction to Android. Then I'll be covering with you guys the features that Android provide us, which definitely help or motivate us to develop different kinds of application for Android devices. Then I'll be coming up to the popular softwares that we use for developing Android apps. Then what are the programming languages we use, what are the forums we can develop the app, what are the necessary components we require, those I'm going to cover in the language and main components part. Then of course I'll be covering up with the demo program and some of the facts and knowledge I'll be sharing with you guys related to mobile application. And finally the questioning sessions, and of course in between you can ask me the questions at any time. So the forum is open to all, the chat box is open to everyone, the audio is open to everyone, so you can unmute and you can have your query. So without wasting any more time, so these are the topics which I'm going to discuss in the next hours. So let's start. First of all, as I said, what is Android? Many of you have using Android, and I hope you know what is the operating systems we have or we use in computers, right? I hope you know what is an operating system. Yes or no? Yes, Ankon?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you name some of the operating systems that you use? Can you people name an
Windows,
operating system? Windows, very good.
Mac
Anybody
OS,
else? Mac OS,
or like
great.
Ubuntu,
Ubuntu, fine.
and there is a
So
Linux.
Linux, okay. Anindita with Aninda with an answer: Windows, Android, Mac, iOS. Okay, very good. So operating system are that particular software that we that help us to run our system, maybe our laptop, maybe our desktop, maybe our mobile phone. So when we talk about mobile phone and when we talk about Android mobile phone, that is basically a mobile phone that have an Android operating system running on the devices. So Android is basically known as an open source operating system which is based on a popular operating system known as Linux. So one of you has mentioned about the name Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a version, you can say, it's a variety of a Linux operating system. So Android is basically an operating system which in its base or it's primarily based on Linux operating system. And all of us is aware of at least now that Android is a software, Android is a operating system that is presented by Google, but actually Android is being developed by a constitution known as Open Handset Alliance. In short, we say as OHA. So Google and some other companies, those are selling Android products, are part of OHA, and all of them together works for Android and making it popular day by day, and of course in demand for us. Now, if we talk, so this is the company, Google, OHA, these are all the constitution or the companies who are developing Android. But if I talk about the persons in particular, who are the persons who are known as the developers of Android, then we come across the names like Andrew Rubin, Rich Minard, Nick Schreers, and Chris White. So if anyone asks you who are the developers of Android, I hope you can say yes or no. So these are the 4 developers of Android who made Android popular, as well as who has provided us with such a beautiful operating system, and not only an operating system, but as an application also we use an Android. And that's why this curriculum is all about Android application development. So how the development takes place with the help of Android, we are going to learn, or we are going to check it out. So this is a small introduction that I have provided with you guys. I have shared with you guys related to Android. And let's move to the next part, that is the features of Android. So when we talk about the features of Android, first of all, every one of us will find something known as look and feel, that is user interface. How many of you use some application on the basis of look and feel, on the basis of user interface, what we call in term user interface? Do you like pay like apps, or do you like the apps those are interesting, those are having easy accessibility and a better user interface? Which one do you prefer? Yes, come on. Okay, so I came up with an answer as better user interface. So first of all, when we means when we purchase any mobile device or something like that, we first of all check it out. What is the means how the look and feel of the device will be. Then only we purchase. Yes or no? How many of you will like to have a keypad-based mobile phone, or how many of you will like to have a mobile phone like a smart UI based mobile phone, smartphone that we usually call 5G mobile phone or something like that? How many of you want a configuration? Let me give a configuration as a 5G mobile phone having camera about 64 or 108 megapixel, and some of the latest facilities of Android. How many of you will like to have? See, this is an open forum. Means this questioning session is just for having fun and understanding the things. So whatever you feel, you can give your answer. Means maybe correct or wrong. That's not an. This is not the forum to judge whether you are correct or wrong. So you can give your answer. Okay, so I came up with an answer. Meghali will like to have something somewhat like that. Okay, anyone among you will like to have a keypad based mobile phone with a small screen? Okay, so whatever the reply I'm getting, uh means whatever the reply I'm getting, so everyone is opting for a smart one than the keypad based one. So definitely, so Android have a means prior features or prior importance, give a prior importance on the user interface. That is the look and feel of a device, the look and feel of an application. So in this case, when we talk about the Android features, we come across the features of beautiful user interface. So Android provide us a beautiful user interface. Then we find out what is the connectivity. As I've given you an example, will you like to have a 4G or a 5G device? Which one you will prefer at this current scenario? If your parents will like to give you a smartphone, but with your choice, of course. So which one you will prefer to have, a 5G or a 4G smartphone? 5G, most updated. Okay, 5G smartphone. So similarly over here also, so we are interested to get a good connectivity devices. So we'll like to get a 5G smartphone, a high speed Wi-Fi, 2.2 UPS, and all those things, all those latest features we'll like to get. So Android provide us with all those latest features. Those are provided by a connectivity. So after UI, after user interface, we find out what is the connectivity provided by the Android device. And moreover, you know that in a device we get so many different kinds of connectivity services like Bluetooth, mobile data uses, then Wi-Fi uses, then some of the mobile phones have infrared inbuilt. So these are the different connectivities that a single device can provide us in a single forum. Then after connectivity, the next important thing that we usually find out is the storage. Will you like to have a storage like 2 GB RAM and 64 GB space or ROM? Or will you like to have a 8 GB RAM and a 128 space? Which one? Which combination will you like? 2 GB or 8 GB? 8 128. So obviously second one everyone will opt for. So Android, the third important features that Android provides us with the storage support. I don't know if people have seen, or maybe in your in when you are kids or somewhat that time of maybe you have heard about that we used to have a external memory card. Have you checked ever? Means in your parents' mobile phone or in your relatives' mobile phone, they uses an external memory card. Like we have a SSD card and all those things like that. They uses a memory card in their mobile phone previously. Have you seen any of you? Okay, so Meghali said yes, she has seen. Okay, Prathib also. So, but do you find nowadays they use it? Or maybe if you own a mobile device of your own, do you use it? Any external memory card? Hardly. Means okay, you do. So means it's a rare case that people use an external memory card if only the device the storage capability is a lesser one. So hardly some people used to have a external memory card storage, because nowadays as the Android versions are getting popular, updated Android versions we are getting, mobile phone companies also providing us with a lot of storage space, inbuilt lot of storage spaces. And that's the reason we hardly require an external memory card to be used in our mobile device. So this is one of the major feature that Android keeps on improving on it. Then the third one is the media support. How many of you like listening to music and doing mathematical programming or solving maths? How many of you like to do? Because I used to do in my school days. So I don't know how many of you like to do listening to music and parallelly solving a maths. Any of you? Yeah, music, everyone like to hear music, but parallelly do any one of you have an habit of listening a smooth music and then solving a math, so getting energy for solving it? I used to do in my school days, I can assure that, but I don't know about you guys. So okay, some of you might be doing. Yes, I'm getting an reply. So yeah, so media support is one of the biggest achievement that has been done in a smartphone, with a stereo speakers, with a dual speakers, blah blah blah, all the features, the updated, the different companies are providing us, and we are getting the media support. So we can play music, we can play videos, so audio video based systems means where videos are there, audios are already enabled. So all of this we are getting. We are running GIF, we are making 4K videos recording. Also different sort of supports, yeah, Android is providing us related to media. So media in the sense it incurs video, audio, camera, each and everything come under the media support. Then moving on to messaging. You are chatting with me, you are questioning me over the chat box, or maybe you are replying me over the chat box. So we are having a messaging conversations. Maybe I'm not writing over the chat box, whatever. But still, we are having a conversation between us via message, via audio. So Android also help us with messaging features. Maybe that is SMS, maybe that is via the social media sites. Some of you have mentioned that interested in social media applications. So like the way each and everywhere we communicate via, especially nowadays, we hardly have a conversation over phone than having a WhatsApp or having a chatting via the messenger or maybe a simple SMS. So we are getting all the supports by the Android itself. Then next thing is gesture detection. Do you understand by the term gesture? I hope you can. Do you understand the term gesture? Yeah, according to English meaning, we have a meaning gesture that applies over here the same. That is, when we are having a smartphone, we are tapping over our screen, over our display. So that is what known as gesture. And mobile phone has the capability of detecting that gesture, whether we are swiping, whether we are scrolling down, or we are tapping in a single place. All those detection supports is there in an Android device, which plays an important features and help us to use different applications with the help of gesture detection. And that's why the smartphones nowadays, previously we have a keypad based mobile devices, but slowly we came across smartphones, tapping based devices. In between we had a scenario where we get the sticks to have a tap, but instead of sticks nowadays we all having, means Android has improvised itself on a gesture detection, on feeling, on detecting the gestures of human hands, and then working accordingly. So one of the biggest achievement was a gesture detections that is being made by the Android. And that's why we find out the refresh rate, those things, those features are provided by different mobile phones, so that better the refresh rate, better will be the detection of a gesture. And all these things are possible or making us possible via the feature which is known as multitasking. Nowadays no one is single tasking element, not, of course, not an human being. Human being, from inborn we are having a multitasking feature within us. So here also, in case of Android devices, in case of mobile phone devices also, we find a multitasking features. We get multitasking support, and we use, as I given you an example, listening music and solving a maths, maybe listening music and having a chat, or watching or splitting a display into two, watching a video or something and surfing over your internet or something over your mobile device. So multitasking features are fully present in an Android device. Some of the tasks also takes on foreground, some of the tasks also takes on background. Like an example of foreground background in sense, if I run a media player, if I'm using a Ghana app, a Jiva Savan app, or Google Music app to listen the music. Now, when I play the music and I come back to my home screen, but the music keeps on playing. That is what called background. So some features always execute in a background and some features always execute in the foreground. Foreground in the sense the space where we are currently working or we are finding out the task. That is what a foreground is. So background tasks, foreground tasks are always there in a mobile device, and multitasking facilities of an Android device makes it possible. So there are many more features. I have just pointed out the most essential features under a single slide. So I hope whatever the features I have discussed with an example, it's clear to everyone. And if you have any more features, if you want to add any more features to this, you can easily add it. Do you want to add any more features? Any of you? Any four features that you feel, yeah, it's an important features provided by Android device? Any more features? কারোর মাথায় আসছে না? Any of it? Different from whatever I mentioned. No, acha. Okay, like editing support. Editing support is there, which provides taking a snap, getting an editing support. That is on one of the biggest features that Android working on in nowadays. You can take a snap, you mix an editing. So one of the features that is also a features provided by the Android, like unlocking system. One of the features provided by Android, provided by the device, like AI, means smart AI, that is artificial intelligence with the help of artificial face detections and all those things, unlock system, or maybe the touch finger sensor. So that is also a feature provided by Android. So like if I go on talking, you'll be finding different features are also there. So, but the main feature I pointed out here, which we find in each and every Android device, whether it is of 10,000 mobile or whether it is of 70,000 of mobile phone price, whatever the price, these features are always there in your mobile. So let's move ahead to the next, that is Android version. Can you people name the latest version of Android? Or the version your mobile phone or the mobile phone that you use, maybe of parents or something, that have 12 is the latest. Acha. So I came up with Aninda's answer. Others? Searching on net. Google Babaji, please help us out. Something like that. You know by yourself. Anyone? Well, again, okay. Anyone with any other reply? Latest version of Android. What happened? Others? Android 12. Searching. Okay, very smart answer. Devashish gave. I'm still searching. Let me search it out. Okay. Okay, so let's see what you people search and what you people get. Those who are still searching out. Android 12 beta version. Okay, Shayon. Fine. So latest Android version that we get. Acha, latest version that was released, have a complete release in the market. If I just modify my questions, and if I say the latest version that has been completely released in the market. Okay, so coming up with different answer now. 11, 11, 11. So what is do you know what's the name for 11? That's a version number. So any one of you know the name of 11? Because Android versions are named after the sweet dishes. So any name for 11? Any of you? Okay, let's find it out in my ad. Okay, show me. So let's find it out over here. So yeah, so here's all the latest version. Is it soap note? I don't know. Maybe on Indo, I don't know. But basically we say as Android R version, Android R. Okay, so yeah, might be. So see over here. Over here, I came across the different versions, as you can find it out. And as many of you mentioned, uh, that Android 12 is the latest version. But when we talk about the latest version, listen one thing. When we talk about the latest version, we always talk about the version that has totally been developed and released in the market. I repeat, when we talk about the versions, latest version or so, we generally talk about those versions which was released in the market, completely developed and released in the market. Whereas like Android 12 and all those things, those are partially been released, not fully released. That are released to for some of the user. All the user cannot use it. I can use it. I can use the latest versions of 12 or maybe above than 12 if any. That also I can use it because as a part of development, I can use those things. So as of now, whatever been developed fully, I have mentioned those things over here. So coming across with an alphabetical order, we find it out Q and R. The last version and the upcoming version is of course Android 12, and I hope by the end of August or September, we will get the fully released version of Android 12. So cupcake, donut, eclairs, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly beans, Kit Kat, lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo pie, Q and R. So these are the versions which are fully released in the market, and some of us who have purchased latest mobile devices, that of Realme or Samsung, those some of them might be getting the 12 features also, 12 beta version features also, so they can find it out. Any of you using Android 12? Is there any of you using Android 12 currently, having any experience of that? None of you. So I guess none of you are there. So its look and feel is very good as per now I have experience or I've checked it out. So let's see, let's hope for the best. Vivo Y30. So are you getting that 12 beta version, Hong No, acha. Okay, some of the mobile phones provides like some of those I heard about Realme, some of the phones of Samsung also. I think they are providing the latest released mobile phones, not the older one or so. So some of them is having. Okay, so these are the things all about the Android versions. Now each and every version have if its own features, and as the version numbers of Android increases, as the development on the versions of Android taking place, we are experiencing better and better and improvised versions of Android. And most importantly, Android 12 will be a remarkable change in the history of Android. I hope so. As I've experienced, as I've checked, it will be a remarkable change over there. We might be getting very soon. So these are all about Android version. Now let's talk about the softwares. Okay. Do you know what IDE means? Have you came across this term IDE in your curriculum, school curriculum or so? Or maybe yourself, have you ever find out IDE? Okay, Rohan with an answer. So Rohan, have you used any IDE?
Yes, ma'am. Blue Jay.
BlueJ. Okay. For Java, for learning Java, you people use BlueJ. Yeah, very good. Okay, any more? Any more? Anyone else have idea of IDE? I think those who uses Java or learn Java maybe used BlueJ, may have I don't know, may have used NetBeans, or may have used Eclipse, or may have used IntelliJ IDE. But generally during schools, when we are during schools, we used BlueJ. So here also, for developing Android, we used some integrated development environment, the full form of IDE, integrated development environment. If I ask you, what do you understand by IDE? Can anyone answer me? In your own, means I don't want any bookish word or definition or something like that. Whatever you feel, whatever you understand from that perspective. Okay, Rohan have used NetBeans also, but complex interface. Yeah, Rohan, you will feel the interface should be simpler and easier when you get into the college forum and when you understand and learn the Java in a broader sense. Then you will find NetBeans. BlueJ was ওটা তো বাচ্চাদের জন্যই ঠিক আছে, you will feel like that thing. So in the upcoming days you will be feeling so for now, yeah, Blue Jay is an easier one. So anyone IDE have any idea means regarding IDE means the definition meaning of IDE, I mean to say? No. Okay, let me give you an example, so a scenario like we run the code on IDE. Yes, you run the code on IDE, but what is an IDE or what is a facility that IDE provides us, which an normal editors like Notepad or Sublime Text or something doesn't provide us? Let me give you an example, or let me share you with you guys. IDE is basically that particular forum where we get each and all the essential under a single roof, like an shopping mall. When you get into a shopping mall, we find different kind of stuffs. We can shop for different kinds of stuffs, as well as we can get a food court area. We can have fun over there, isn't it? Yes or no? The difference between shopping mall and maybe New Market or Gariyad Bazaar or somewhere, that's the difference. ID means like a shopping mall. Under a single roof, we are going to get each and everything arranged in a proper manner, but we we need to use it according to our requirement. That is what an ID. In a small in a simple example I've explained you, the means there is a proper definition for ID, but I'm not going into too much in details, but just for making you understand, ID is like a shopping mall, and Notepad or a single editor is something like Gariyad Bazaar or New Market, it's Planet and all those things. Understood the difference? Means with a real life scenario, I like to means I've just explained you. Got my point? Okay. So now next, so let's check it out over here. So what are the popular IDs for developing Android? So for developing Android, we came across ID, Eclipse, IntelliJ, MIT App Inventor is there, an online forum which help us to develop Android app. And the actual forum or actual ID, or known as the official ID for developing Android, is Android Studio. So each and every developers, full-fledged developers of Android, are using Android Studio only, which are known as a popular and official ID for Android development. Because Android Studio is a complete pack of an ID. And if any of you want to download or get Android Studio software, you can check it out, this particular website. This is the website. This is the official website of Android Studio, where we can get the latest versions of Android Studio. We can download it in our system and you can use it. So this is all about the softwares I want to discuss. Now coming back to the languages, we use different programming languages. So Java, Kotlin, these are programming languages, and one of the scripting language or the markup language is XML, is been used in case of Java programming. I'll be giving you an example where you will be finding I'll be using these languages. Then main components, we come across screens which are known as activity. I've given you a multitasking example like foreground, background support, which is given by services. Then we get different sort of notifications, which is given support by broadcast receiver. and then content provider to get any content from an inbuilt application. So these are the components which help us to build up an application. Now I'm not going into too much in details, because at this moment if I get into too much in details, you people will get bored. So I don't want to bore any one of you. So let's move to an example now. Okay, so here you can find it out. I am having a IDE which is Android Studio. Already for you guys, I have made a design. I had made a design for you guys, and this is known as XML. This is a forum known as XML, where we can drag and drop the things, and we can make our complete design. Either we can drag and drop the things from palette and do the complete design like we used to do in MS Word or MS PowerPoint or Paint, something like that sort of. Or what we can do, we can write up the code accordingly. So we can add up the things accordingly. So I've made a simple design like a scrolling of the images. Just I've made the design. I've not written any Java code. Now, what is XML and Java? What's the difference, or what's the need of using this different forum? XML is used for designing the user interface, and Java, we use Java programming language or Kotlin programming language to make it functional. So if you want to make your design functional, then you need to use either Java or Kotlin programming language. So currently I'm using Java programming language. Every one of you maybe know Java. Is there anyone who don't know Java, or all of you know Java? What? Are you of computer background? Then of course, if you had a computer a computer science or computer application, those things, so might be you are having Java, you have learned Java, or maybe C++, or maybe Python, those things. Yeah, do you have any idea on Java? Rohan mentioned that he knows Java. So about the rest? No. Okay, not an issue. If you don't have any idea on Java, not an issue. Just see how we used to write a code. I'm writing a code. Image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4. So I'm taking some things over here which is known as variables. So I've used some of the things over here, and I'll be using some variables over here which is of image view kind, and I want to assign value to this variable. So let's assign with the help of an inbuilt feature provided by Android, that is find view by ID. So I'm using, let me write the code, then I'll be making you understand. So this is what variable declaration. Let me add some comments. Variables declaration. This is known as assignment statement. Now I want something to happen. So what to happen? See, if you have checked it out, I have some image over here. an Android image over here. I want to replace this Android image with some other image from internet. So I have some URLs which I'm going to use for setting out the images. Now I have a method over here as set image, sorry, with a return type as void. This is known as method, user defined method. With a parameter of image view kind. Now over here, I'm going to use you can think like a feature which is known as glide, that will help us to use a URL into our application without using any browser or something. So I'm going to use gallery dot this dot load now URL. So I'm going to provide URL over here. So image string as image URL. And then I'm going to add it into my image view. And with that node, I just want to find out if any error comes, then I'll be using get trouble dot trouble dot something error. Okay, I don't have any error or something like that. Now I want to set it out. Image, let's set image, passing one URL. Now what's the URL? Let's use an URL, this one. I'm just making a copy paste of it, and then passing img1. That means I'm passing information to this part, which is known as a block. This is a block. So I'm passing some information to informations. This is information, this is another information. So in this way, I'm going to pass 4 informations. Let's use this one. G2 set image comma img3 set image copy then img4. So I've passed 4 informations. So passing information over here. So these are known as comments. If you have any idea on any programming language, so computer-based programming language, you must be knowing these are known as comments. So I'm passing some informations over here. Now let me show you. I have my, just a second. So over here, you can find it out. This is my mobile device. I hope everyone can see. Yes or no? Is it visible to everyone? Is my device visible to all? So this is my real device.
Yes, ma'am.
Visible. Okay. Okay, Molloy, thank you. And thanks everyone, the rest. So this is my real device. I'm going to use this device to check it out. This application, which against the code which I have just written, whether it is working or not. As an other apps that already I have in my device. So how to do so? How can I get those things? It's very simple. See, over here, I'm getting my mobile phone name, the running device. So I'm having two mobile phones. One is the one that you can find it out of Redmi, Xiaomi, and another I have installed, that is Pixel 3a. So currently I'm not using this Pixel 3a. Currently I'm using Redmi 4. Now for running this app in this device, I just want to hit on this play button, which is known as run app button. So let's hit it. As soon as I hit it, see, a process is going on. That's a running process. So a running process is going on in this application, and we are going to get it over here, but within a while. So it will take some time. Because why it takes some time, let me share with you the things. See, we are developing the thing in a forum which is Windows operating system, or in our desktop or laptop. Maybe having Windows operating system, maybe Mac, maybe Linux, whatever operating system you are using. So you're writing your codes over here, and it might be possible there is some mistake you have made in your codes. So to check out all those things, to make a conversion and to check out all those things, as we know, our mobile phone can understand only one kind of. Can anyone say which kind of file our mobile phone can understand? The extension of file which a mobile device can understand, Android mobile device can understand. Require some hint. You can answer. I can provide you some hint if you want to. I repeat my question. Which version our mobile system, Android mobile system can understand? Okay, there is a reply from Krishnendu, but it's a question mark. Okay, APK, is it APK? Krishnendu want to know. Okay, I'll be coming Krishnendu with for the answer, but let's get the answer from the others. What others things? What is the version? Which extension we used to get in our mobile phone to software? To install a software, which version do we require? We require to install any software in our mobile. No one except Krishnendu, no one. Vidya uses mobile device. I will give you an hint. From Google Play Store, what do you download? What is the version do you Google Play Store? What is the extent of the file do you download from Google Play Store? Or maybe some other app store if you use. This also you are searching over the internet. Okay, let's give the answer. Will I give the answer or will I wait for some more time? What say? Let me give the answer. I hope not know or might be knowing, but you cannot guess it now. Really, Devashish, you don't know, or when I give the answer, you will just. Okay, let me give the answer. APK. Have you heard the term APK? Not PK of not PK of PK films or something. APK I'm talking about. APK. So Krishnendu was correct. It is APK. So for installing any application in our mobile device, we require the version, we require the extension of file that is .apk. So over here, currently we don't have any .apk file. So we are running this. I am generating a .apk file. That is why it is taking some time to run the application. So until and unless it execute until and unless it generate the APK file, we cannot run the software. So we we cannot get the software in our mobile phone. So I'm trying to get an APK file over here. So it takes so much time to install because I will get directly APK. See, it's asking me, do you want to install? I'm clicking on install. It takes the time because the conversion of files is taking place. Java, XML, these are of different kinds of files. And over here, I want a different kinds of files. Okay, I got an APK and you can find it out. I'm getting the things over here. Can you check it out? Like the way you get in other applications, the similar way with a text. So these are all the image links which I've used over here. See, these things are slidable. The image are slidable. Now the question they were is, will it take so long time each and every time? No. Since I am building this application for the first time in my device, that's why it is taking time. So initially it will take time, but if you make some changes and then if you install it also, it will not take so much time. Understood? Acha. So will you like to see a different application, a different example in this existing app? In this existing one, apart from this image sliding, will you like to see something else? If you, I can show you. Okay. Okay. Let's do something. Let's do something as you people share. Okay. So let me show you the design, how we used to design it, so that you can understand the design and you will get, because this design I have done beforehand, so you have not checked how the design has been done or something like that. So now I'll make some design which will be visible directly over your screen. Means I'll be doing it and it will be visible over here. So will everyone like to see something else? Some other example, something more in this app? I got a reply from Devashish. What about the rest? Are you getting interested or it's a boring kind of things? What? Are you getting any interest or it's a boring, it's something like reading up history paper or something like that? Yeah, hello guys. What no? Is it boring? ভালো লাগছে না, বোরিং লাগছে খুব? Okay, fine. So let's find out some more thing. In this current screen only, I'll be adding in some more thing. Let me add some input box. So I'll give from the app, I will give some input and I'll be getting some output accordingly. For getting some input, let me add some thing which is known as edit input layout. Yeah, I got an input layout. Match parent with wrap content height and explicitly close it. But before this, let me have margin bottom to be 30 dp. I have this thing. Now within this, I would like to have edit text with match parent height, wrap content, close, style, outline, sorry, text, yeah, it's nice. Now I just like to add margin horizontal, that will be 20 dp. Now see, is it visible, miss? Can you see, check the preview, whatever I'm writing out, see some changes is taking place, yes or no? So this is how we actually design, we make a design over here. So I'm showing you a design, like how to take an input and all those things. Now I'm writing something known as hint, as enter, or let it be phone number, something like this, phone number. And over here, let me provide ID as edit phone. To make it much more interesting, let me add an icon. Icon drawable phone. Okay, so I have included an icon of mobile phone. Now I want one more thing to be added up, which is, again, this time I'm taking edit text with match parent, height, wrap content, or maybe, yeah, wrap content, let it be. Okay, margin from all the sides 10 dp, style to be this one, or don't really, minimum line 6, and let me provide id as edit message. And over here, okay, got input type phone, and here input type multi-line. Let's put over here one more thing as button. Wrap content, wrap content. Layout, gravity to be end. Margin 5 dp or 15 dp, let it be. And just a second, one thing. Just freeze it to 250. That things come across. Okay. Now over here, let me give an ID as button. Let me create a text, a title, that means, as sent. No more thing for now. Okay. Now let's see. See, at present in my mobile screen, I don't have anything. At present, I'm in my mobile screen, only this sliding is there. Now I want to get this particular design in my mobile screen again. So what I'll do, I'll just hit this button. See, again a processing is taking place, and once the processing is done, it will be updated over here, like the update you used to get in your Google Play Store. Update this app, that app. Similar kind of an updation is taking place over here. So let's see whether the design I have made just now, is it visibly correctly or not. Let's check it out. So this is my app, actually, webinar app. I've given a name. Now let's see. Okay, so yeah, you can find out the things, but the button got hidden due to the size of my screen. The button got hidden. Okay, let me decrease something like let me decrease it 5, and over here let me mark some changes as horizontal to be 20 dp. Then I guess it might get adjusted to it, or might not be. Let it be cool. Horizontal over here. Bottom, let it be 10. Okay. I'm done with it, I guess. check it out what's happening. Oh, one thing more I want to get over here. Enter your message. So that I can understand which area it is taking. Yeah, almost just came now, but since I have given enter your message now, just add this thing over here. See, this particular thing is working fine, and I've added a box over here and an underline over here. So an updation again taking place due to this one. See, now it is not taking so much time as it was taken before, 5 minutes or 7 minutes like that, because now a minor update is taking place. So that's why it's up here. Now if I click over here in this button, nothing is appearing. But if I click over here, can you see a number keypad is opening? Which keypad is opening? Number based. Now why it is number based only opening? Due to this line. I have added this line that I want a keypad of number type or phone type. So that's why it is opening only number keypad. But see over here, in case of message, it is opening me a alphanumeric tab, because I have used over here multi-line facility. So that's the way we actually manage what kind of data we expect in the respective fields. Understood? This much understood? Yes or no? Say me. So I'm showing you the real effect. I'm doing a design and making the thing operatable in your screen, over the screen, so that you can find out the effect, the real effect, which exactly takes place in the application. Now over here, let me do something like let me add some functionalities. Like what kind of functionalities? Let me add the functionalities like I've taken some edit text, so I need to declare the variables edit text, maybe text txt, and over here, and another one that is input edit text, let it be edit phone. I need to assign it again over here, text equals to find view by id. Have I given message or something? I don't know. Let me check it out. Yeah, edit message I have given. Okay, edit message. Yeah, and for the phone one, let me write. So I'm getting suggestions each and every time. That is what ID provides us. In ID, we don't need to write too many things. It will automatically provide us the suggestions, and we can do those things automatically. Easily we can do those things. Now I want some functionalities to be added. So let me add the button over here also, which I have taken button. Now, btn equals to find view by id. Just a name I'm giving each and every time, and I'm choosing accordingly. Now I want to write over here btn dot set on click listener, and over here I just want to find it out, some solutions like string. I want to get whatever the phone number I'll be providing. Let me give a phone number as edit phone ph equals to edit phone dot get text dot to string dot trim, and string message equals to text dot get text dot to string dot trim. Now I want to show this, display it to the screen. So what can I do? Let me use a snack bar dot show. Just a second. For snack bar, I need to add one more thing over here, which is known as ID layout. Find view by ID dot ID dot layout, comma. Let me show phone number and then the message, whatever I'll be typing, and I want to show it. Oops, sorry, I made something wrong. Dot length intermediate. Now I did something like this. Now let's check it out. Let's execute it again. Nothing at present, nothing functionality is taking place. I can write up the things, but nothing is happening on clicking on the button. But I like to do something, some event to be taking place. This set of things is known as event. So I've written some codes, as you people said, many of you don't know Java, so might be you are not understanding the way I'm writing or whatever I'm writing, but at least you can find it out that as per the change I'm making in my file, the effect is coming to my app. So let's find it out. If I click, nothing will happen at the moment. If I write out a number, maybe, I don't know, a correct number or something, I'm writing out a number. Now over here in the message, like say, hi, are you enjoying? So I'm giving a message. Now I'm writing send. Now, can you see something happening over here? See, whatever I've entered, it's showing me in the display. But previously it was not been showed. After I write down this set of lines, set of statement, then only it is showing me this particular thing, not before that. So not before that. So let me do, not instead of length intermediate, let me use some shorter so that it can happen. Now let me do some functionalities over here. Instead of showing phone number and message, let me add some functionalities like let me use SMS manager. SMS equals to SMS manager dot get default. SMS dot send text message. Destination is my phone number. Then the address basically null. Text is my message of the text, that is message, my actual message, and let it be blank and blank. Oh, sorry, null, and here to null. And let me add null over here too. So basically what I'm doing, I'm trying to use my app as an message sender. So let me write over here SMS delivered. Now let's see whether it's working or not. So I'm just adding some functionalities over here which I want to get in my application. It's adding the app, refreshing the app, making the updates proper updates. Okay, so now let me write a number and let me type out something. Hi, and let's click on send. Oops, something happens. What happened? Let's check it out. So to check it out what exactly happens over here, we can check it out in the error part, because some issues happens over here within my device. It's not showing anything, just scan. Achha, let me run the app once again to get what's the problem, something like that. Okay, it's not getting printed out. What's the issue? Okay, so I had an issue over here. Does not have permission. Okay, so doesn't have permission. Let me check. Isn't having permission. Send SMS. Permission is there. Android send SMS permission is there, but still it's not showing. Okay, let's check it out. Let me add an if case. If context compact activity yeah, got this. Dot check self. Okay, gallery activity dot this. Let me check out the permission, as it's saying the permission is missing, so let me check it out. Dot permission dot send SMS. Yeah, send SMS is equals package manager dot permission granted. If so, if permission granted, then I will like to show this, else I will like to show sorry, no permission. Okay, let me check it out. Let me fresh run this app. So it will be taking some time. It's building the application. Okay, so this time let me give a number, something. I'm giving a number, I'm saying hi, maybe. Now I'm clicking on send. So it's asking, sorry, no permissions. Okay, but I didn't got any permissions, right? I had a permission right over here. Okay, let me request a permission. Let me request a permission. Let me write activity activity compact dot request permission gallery dot this comma new string permission manifest dot permissions permission dot send SMS phone manifest dot permission dot phone state phone state let it be 100. So I'm requesting a permission here, and one more thing, let me add one more thing over here as phone phone state. So let me stop this application. And let me run afresh. So again, it will take a bit of time. So in the meantime, if you have any query, you can ask me. Sorry, I got muted, so I'm writing it out. So I've got the permissions, I've done it. Now I'm writing maybe only hi something. Pressing send option. So this time it shows that SMS delivered. So I have successfully sent the SMS and I got a message like SMS delivered. So in this way, we can easily find out a solution. We can send the SMS and we can have those support ease and with an ease. So I hope the example got clear how we develop application. It's clear, isn't it? So have you find it interesting? Have you find out the thing? Have you understand? Okay. Now Krishnendu, let me come to the point. Yeah. Knowledge of XML is not a mandatory. See, XML is not the way we learn Java or any other programming language. We can learn XML also, but learning XML explicitly is not mandatory for learning Android programming or for developing Android. Yourself means while understanding or learning the Android development, yourself you can adapt the functionalities of XML. How to write the code, how to write the stuffs, all those things, you can adapt it automatically. So I will not recommend, or I will not say that yes, it's mandatory to have a knowledge on XML for this development program. It's not at all that. But a mandatory requirement is for learning a programming language, either Java or Kotlin, with the help of which you will develop your Android application. But learning XML explicitly is not a mandatory part. Java or Kotlin, I'm writing up. Java, Kotlin. So these are the two programming languages we use. So as I mentioned also over here, either Java or Kotlin, either of the one programming language you need to know, have a prior idea on it to learn the Android development. Otherwise, it won't. You can have a explicit knowledge on XML, or you can skip also. It's up to you. Any other questions? Definitely, I'll look to have questions, get questions from you. So first of all, say me, both the example I've given, a slider, image slider, and then sending an SMS. Have you understand the thing? The way I'm designing and making effect directly over your over the device, Android device, and doing the stuffs, the changes I'm making, and then it is casting over your means updating your APK file, your software, and getting the effect over here. Can you connect with the code or the design I've shown you and the result, the outcome that is visible over the screen? Yeah, definitely. I have given this example since you are a beginner or something like that. So I've given an example on that basis so that each and every one can understand. We are the example. Maybe not the code if you are not have a proper knowledge on Java. So you cannot understand the thing I'm writing. I'm making the declaration and all those things. But at least by executing, by running the app, at least you can understand what's the thing going on, what's the code I have written, and what's the effect I'm getting. Simultaneously, I've shown you the things. So if you have any query related to your stuff, you can definitely ask me related to this development. You have a knack, if you are interested on learning this, or what should be your process, or each and everything you can ask me, I can help you out. Or maybe related to the code or something. If you have any query, definitely you can ask. I've shown you how we get an permission, we apply for a permission from an application. Those part also I've covered a bit. So I can find it out. So the image sliding is going on, and as well as if we want to make up the things, we can send it easily. So yeah, each and everything is possible from here. Any questions? Any of you? If you don't have knowledge on programming language and if you want to develop an app, then I will suggest you that you can develop an app with the help of MIT App Inventor. You can learn an Android application with the help of MIT App Inventor. There we don't require any programming language, but we require a stuff known as Blockly, the concept of scratch programming we require over there. So you can do so. So you can develop an app without learning any proper programming language with the help of MIT App Inventor IDE. Okay, and next, can we install the small app in our mobile? Of course, you can install it. Of course, you can install it. The APK which I have generated. So if I share that APK with you guys, you can install this app in your mobile phone, and it will run smoothly, like the way it is running in my applications. So it is going to run. So check it out. See, I'm getting a message. I have sent a message at that time, so I'm getting it also over here. So you can find it out. Yeah, the message has came over here. So you can check it out. Yeah, the message has came. So obviously it is possible. It is of course possible. So without opening an SMS app, I'm directly sending an SMS from this app. So it's working like an SMS app only, a messaging app only. So I hope I'm clear with your questions. Answers are clear to you guys. Any more? Yeah. Any more questions? Yeah, Mola, questions
Okay,
from your
ma'am.
end?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I am Molay Dhar, Assistant Professor of CSE Department, and I am here to present the vote of thanks for today's webinar. I would like
Okay.
to
Sorry,
thank
sir. Sir,
Pallavi
we'll
ma'am
understand
and
you.
Rajmohan
Okay.
sir, yes, for conducting this type of wonderful webinar. And today's webinar was full of knowledge and interesting things. Also, I want to thank all our respected teachers and students who present this today's webinar and attend this type of wonderful webinar. Now, students, as all of you know, our college name is Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, and here our college website is gnit.ac.in, where Bidutmala ma'am write this college this website ID in this chat box. Please follow it, and our department mail ID you have to also note down it. That is head_csc.gnit@gisgroup.org, right? And also if you have any query related with our department, so you please visit that website and also go to our CSE department, and also Bidutmala ma'am write down the Rafiqul sir's phone number here in the chat box. Okay, and also lastly I also thanks Pallavi ma'am and Rajmohan sir for conducting this type of wonderful webinar. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And thank you all
Thank
the
you,
students.
the
and
entire team of GNIT for giving us this opportunity to provide such an webinar. And thank you each and every students, those who have attended the webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, students. Thank you, teachers. Thank you all.